Anthropic leads again on AI safety. Google adds its best text-to-image model and more to slides. What's going to happen with your Google Smart Speaker? And Microsoft puts an end to the blue screen of death. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. While OpenAI and Google seem to get all the news reporting pushing competitive features like their text-to-image models, neither company really seems to be pushing for leadership in the fundamentals, the foundations of AI. In fact, there are big rumors that Google is actually holding back on some developments. Apparently, researchers there are complaining that they're not able to publish anything like their 2017 blockbuster paper, Attention is All You Need. But Anthropic, who've given us Claude, have been out there in a real leadership role. If you remember, they were the first to publish a governance model, first to publish their system prompt, and they recently introduced Model Context Protocol. This is an open standard to connect AI assistants with diverse data sources. This can be content repositories or business tools, but this protocol eliminates the need for the fragmented integrations and provides a universal method for linking AI systems with data sets, enhancing the response, relevance, and scalability. OpenAI and others have been quick to adopt this new standard. Now, Anthropic has introduced what they call Responsible Scaling Policy, or RSP, to enhance the safety and security of AI models. The RSP introduces an AI safety level, ASL standards, which are technical and operational measures designed to ensure the safe development and deployment of AI systems. As AI models become more capable, these standards necessitate stronger safeguards categorized into deployment standards and security standards. Anthropic is developing ASL deployment safeguards to mitigate catastrophic risks associated with advanced models. These safeguards aim to prevent misuse of capabilities that could cause severe harm, particularly concerning chemical, biological, radiological, and even nuclear technologies. These safeguards employ a defense in-depth strategy with 4 main layers. There are access controls, and these are tailored safeguards to the deployment context and expected user groups. There are real-time prompt and completion classifiers. These implement immediate online filtering of inputs and outputs. There's asynchronous monitoring classifiers. These conduct detailed analysis of outputs for potential threats. And there are post-hoc jailbreak detections, establishing rapid response procedures to address any detected threats. They've also brought out some security controls. To protect AI models from unauthorized access and potential misuse, Anthropic has implemented several security measures. Cybersecurity measures tailored specifically for AI model development to safeguard against threats. Third-party evaluations, and that's engaging independent assessors to evaluate the effectiveness of security controls with attestation and compliance artifacts available on Anthropic's Trust Center. There's supply chain security, implementing inspection and control measures over third-party suppliers to mitigate potential risks. And there are enterprise customer features, offering security features such as single sign-on, systems for cross-domain identity management, audit logs, and role-based permissions to ensure safe handling of customer data. So while it's easy to be consumed by the features race, this is the nuts and bolts of making AI ready for prime time, especially in a world where open source projects are making AI ubiquitous and where advances are pushing AI closer and closer towards surpassing human intelligence. In the same way that companies are picking up the MCP or model control protocols, we can only hope that all AI companies will be taking a serious look at these safety and security protocols as well. If you've wondered why Google hasn't done more to integrate AI into its Google Docs, you're going to be up for a pleasant surprise. They have introduced several AI-powered enhancements directly into Google Slides. Google Slides now incorporate Imagen 3. This is Google's latest image generation model, and it enables users to create very high-quality images directly within their presentations. They've also introduced enhanced design features. There's a new sidebar on the right side of the canvas, and it provides access to various design tools, and it streamlines the process of customizing slides. There's an expanded template library. It's an updated collection of templates available covering a wide range of use cases from planning to pitching, and it assists users in creating professional presentations much more efficiently. And there's the introduction of what they're calling building blocks. Pre-designed, fully editable components such as key stats, agendas, and quotes have been added, reducing the time you spend on editing and enhancing the overall design process. Now, I didn't have a ton of time to try these out today, but I did manage to check the Imagen 3 integration. And if you're like me and you're always scrambling for a great image for a slide, the sample I got was pretty slick. I hope you're going to check it out. I'm going to be playing with it a little more. If you want to let me know what your experience is, that'd be great. Amazon is enhancing its Alexa voice assistant with generative AI features, including Alexa Plus. That's supposed to be happening the end of this month. This upgrade is aiming to provide a more personalized and conversational experience, and the capabilities such as booking reservations, monitoring ticket prices, integrating with smart home displays, all of these things are supposed to be in this new rollout, and they're supposed to begin with the Echo devices featuring displays, but the broader availability is supposed to follow. But Google's Assistant capabilities and the Nest and the Google Home, the smart speakers seem to have been suffering from Google's benign neglect, and users probably are considering updating to newer devices. Google has discontinued several older Nest products, including the Nest Protect Smoke Alarm and the Nest X Yale Lock Smart Lock, due to a lack of updates in the recent years. But despite these discontinuations, Google is apparently announcing plans to release more Nest smart home devices in the coming months and years, and it indicates maybe a renewed commitment to the Nest brand. And Google has announced it's transitioning from Google Assistant to an AI-powered tool. They're going to be using Gemini for this. But nobody really knows what it's going to do to the smart speakers. Although a recent article in Android Police pointed out that Google might not be able to port Gemini over to the smart speaker, because it turns out that Gemini isn't really as good at giving direct factual answers. If you use it a lot, you will notice Gemini is probably the worst of the foundation models for hallucinations. And we might be able to cope with that in some aspects. But when we ask our smart speakers, we really want direct factual answers. As the writer pointed out, this could mess up a recipe or, in his particular case, if he'd believed it, a train schedule. We'll be digging into this, but if any of you find out more that I miss, drop me a note. I think we're all curious. And finally, Microsoft is apparently putting an end to the blue screen of death. Not by improving their code. No, that would have been the ultimate April Fool's story yesterday. Nope, they're introducing a new design. Now it features a black background and different text. Apparently, this will align better with the operating system's modern aesthetics. The black background is a departure from the traditional blue hue that has been synonymous with system crashes, but that's not all. The frowning emoticon and the QR code have been removed, resulting in a more streamlined and simplified appearance. In test versions available to Windows insiders, the error screen appears to be green, a color previously used for insider builds. However, for the general public release, it's expected to be black, although Microsoft has not yet confirmed the final color choice. The redesigned error screen does retain essential technical information such as the stop code and the details about the issue that caused the system crash. The primary message displayed is, "Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart," accompanied by the current progress of the restart. Microsoft claims that this aims to make the error screen less intimidating and more consistent with Windows 11 design principles. However, some users have expressed concerns that the new black screen resembles a standard update screen, potentially causing confusion. While the visual elements have changed, the core function of the error screen, to inform users of a critical system issue, does remain intact. But blue screen of death, we salute you. Those of you who have kids now can look forward to, in a few years, talking about the blue screen of death, and your kids will go, "Huh? What?" That's our show for today. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a terrific Tuesday.